Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the week of September 5th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Libra. Now I'm using the Mermaid Tarot, as well as the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right, let's go and see what we have here for you, Libra. We'll make sure we're all set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it. All right. Go ahead and put this up here, and then we'll also take 1, 2, 3 of these oracle cards. All right, so definitely liking what I'm seeing here for Libras. Seems like things are moving along and moving ahead here for you in your, well, they have been. Your life recently, I think things have been moving along for you in your life. And there's been a breakthrough or a shift or a change in your situation here in the past that feels like exciting. It feels like a breath of fresh air. Something here in the past has certainly become unstuck, is what I feel like the energy that I'm picking up on. Some of you are very much consumed by your security in the world, and I'll talk about that more as we go along. This could maybe be leading to some hesitancy that you have in your life. So, yeah. The future looks pretty good for you as well here, just based on these first 5 cards, but let's go ahead and dive in and get some additional messages here. So in the overall situation, you do have this 4 of Pentacles, which is all about stability. Now this person here, you can see their pentacles are close to their chest. You can see this here, right? They have 4 pentacles and they are wearing their 4 pentacles. The idea is that they are very close to their money situation at this time. They might even be a little consumed about their money situation. Take a look at how the waterfall is going on behind them. You know, when I look at like this idea of flowing water, you know, I feel like for some of you, you just have to allow the money situation to kind of flow along or move along in your life. In other words, I'm saying, to the best of your ability, move out of any sort of resistance. Move out of the resistance mode that you may be operating under at this time. Because, you know, in removing some sort of resistance or allowing things to sort of charge along in your life, you could find something you weren't expecting or something along those lines. I also think that would really help to remove hesitancy at this time with that 4 of Pentacles, and maybe even just affirm to yourself that you are safe and secure in this moment at this time. In the past, you have something really amazing that must have happened here for some of you with the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands. So you love this combination. I mean, you know, it doesn't come in very often, but it's like, it's an exciting energy here. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of your destiny spinning. It is a change in your destiny or a change just generally in your life happening. It is a card that is associated with an increase in luck, potentially, luck of the draw, if you will. However, even though, you know, you can't completely rely on luck. And that is the one thing about the Wheel of Fortune that's oftentimes lost when they look at the Wheel of Fortune card, which is it's great to be lucky, right? And it's great to have some luck. But the Wheel of Fortune does ask you to sort of act. And, you know, you may have received a lucky opportunity. Like, here's an example, right? Like, you may have, you know, received a lucky opportunity, but if you don't take the action to take, if you don't take the action to actually take the opportunity, then the luck was all for nothing. And so there is an element of action that needs to be had when you get the Wheel of Fortune. It seems like some of you have had that. The 8 of Wands is like accelerated motion. It's something moving ahead. You can see the eruption here. This is a good eruption in this case. It is good news coming in from a distance. It is something in your life getting unstuck. It's a breath of fresh air. It's something that takes your breath away, and it's really good energy when you get the 8 of Wands. It could be news that came in from a distance, such as phone calls, text messages, letters, emails. There's been some news or event or situation here that has changed you in some ways, that has changed, that has sort of turned the wheel of your destiny a little bit. The clock has turned for you here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands in the past. And I feel like right now hesitancy is not supporting you. Okay? I feel like this is a time where you shouldn't be holding back on something. This could have been travel related, by the way, for some of you. Maybe some of you have decided to book a spontaneous trip, or you've received an opportunity where you find yourself traveling somewhere. In the future, you have the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So Page of Pentacles, that says that in life, generally, your prospects are looking good. Your prospects are looking up. Things are looking good for you when you get the Page of Pentacles energy here. And so to see this is definitely a good sign. It can also just represent good news generally coming into your life, especially with the Eight of Wands. This could be in the areas of finance, academia, anything related to the material realm. So yeah. And then the High Priestess, you can see that they're kind of doing a ritual here. It is interesting. This can talk about you connecting with the esoteric sides of your life, the hidden side of your life, the hidden knowledge that is available by kind of tuning into the voice of the universe. The High Priestess is a major energy of intuition. It's the biggest card of intuition in the tarot. This can also show up as somebody who is a way shower in your life. They can help you along your path in ways that you weren't expecting it, or show you a new way, obviously, of doing something in your life. There's also this element of mystery with the High Priestess. Some of you here are embracing the unknown. It's like you may get an offer in the future with this Page of Pentacles, and you don't exactly, it's maybe something that you're not used to taking, or something that you're not used to doing here. And I think maybe some of you, I think spontaneity is what I've been trying to say this entire time. Like, removing hesitancy is really just a way of saying be spontaneous. And I think that maybe some of you are thinking about that as well. Let's go and see what else comes in here. So you have the Nine of Wands, the Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so the Nine of Wands in the past, the Nine of Wands is a card of resistance. You can't see it in this illustration, but in other illustrations of the Nine of Wands, they're like, they have their hands on the wands and they're kind of frustrated and they're weary and they're tired from the journey, but they're standing at the finish line. And so for whatever reason, the Nine of Wands card says you are resisting a completion in some respects. And so in one respect, it says keep pushing, keep going on because you're close. And then in the other respect, it's like you're also, for whatever reason, resisting this completion. And so I think, with this eruption energy of the Eight of Wands and this good news here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands, like, don't resist a happy invitation. Like, I would say don't resist an invitation at this time, because you never know where it may lead you in your life. The Six of Cups is about something from the past, some type of happiness potentially from the past. I definitely feel happy energy here. It could be memories of love or memories from the past, or situations from the past, something like that here. With this Six of Cups, it can talk about maybe an ex from the past coming back in some ways. I don't know if that's not really what I'm feeling here. This feels more about, like, this is like a life path reading, something in your life changing fundamentally for you here. That feels very exciting. The Six of Cups, oh, you know what it is? The Six of Cups asks you to sort of stop and smell the roses. You can see the six people here on the cups are kind of enjoying themselves. And so just enjoy what you have now. The Queen of Cups, that is a card, that is the other most intuitive card, or the second most intuitive card. So you have the two most intuitive cards with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess here showing up. Your intuition is strong at this time. It's very important at this time to trust your intuition and trust your gut and do what you know you need to do, and act on what you know and act on how you feel about a situation or about a person. I think probably a life path situation here. You can also see the energy sort of coming out of the cup. It's an exciting type of illustration. I love this Queen of Cups illustration. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles here, which you can actually see in this card. This is obviously depicting family planning. You can see that they're thinking about their new family member, but the idea is that this is about long-term situations, long-term planning, long-term investments paying off, planning a making a purchase on a long-term investment, selling a long-term investment, doing things like that, planning for your future. But also it can represent a change in direction as this couple is about to welcome someone new into their family, which is absolutely a change in direction. And so definitely feel like that is coming in here. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these three Keepers of the Light cards here. So you have Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. You have Gaia, Earth connection, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. And then you also have Sanat Kumara, light activation, shine your light, your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So according to the author, this is the leader of the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. And so when you get this card, it's a higher vibration, it's a bigger energy, and I think what's being highlighted for me here as the reader is this idea of your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. The reason I say that is because you have this here with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. It's also a Venus card associated with Venus. Then you have Earth, so you have Venus and Earth here showing up in the reading in some capacity, as well as Jupiter from the Wheel of Fortune. Are there any other planets that are coming into mind? No. So the High Priestess can be associated with the Moon or a Pisces, but we do have a new moon in Pisces, interestingly enough, here coming up in September. So something to consider there. There's some planetary energy here, but I think there is this big message here of you getting an intuitive hit or an intuitive download or trusting your intuition at this time and not ignoring the voice that's coming in. Let's go ahead and let's move up the pyramid here. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords, and you also have the Fool. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is kind of a breakthrough energy. It's a happy new beginning in one's life. It is... You have the two breakthrough cards here. I just realized Eight of Wands, Ace of Swords, they're in the same column. They're lining up together here. That's big energy for you. And, definitely something has kind of come to the surface for you. Something has sort of moved in for you here in the past. And, it feels very good is all I have to say. There's clearly been an event or a situation here that has led to a new start in your life. And I think there's something about your life path that's coming forward to me as the reader here. You have this Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a completion. It allows you to move on, and it allows you to release yourself from something that's just simply no longer serving you or not serving you like a high purpose in life anymore, but instead moving on to kind of calmer timelines in your life. And also it closes out a cycle. And the thing is, what's interesting here is the Ace is number 1 and the 10 is number 10. Ace is number 1, and then you eventually get to the Ten of Swords. And so you started a cycle here, you're closing out a cycle, or you're closing out a cycle and you're starting a cycle. And I think that it's both, because not only that, I just recognize this interesting synchronicity. You also have the Fool in the future. The Fool is a powerful new beginning. It's like combining all 4 aces into one card. The Fool is taking a leap of faith into the unknown. And again, I think that embracing the unknown is also extremely important for you. This is a powerful card. For me, the Fool is the most powerful card because it starts off all of the tarot. And so you are getting something strong. There's a strong change in direction here. You have the Strength card, and then you also have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so as I was saying, strong, you have the Strength card. Okay, so, any challenge that's being thrown on your path here, you are clearly working through. Five of Pentacles, this is about, I think, some of you, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, that deals with your mindset around money and the effect that has on you in your life. And so I think some of you are really kind of working through mindset situations in money here. And I think that this may be challenging for you, but ultimately it's rewarding to work through that type of mindset issue. At the top of the pyramid, excitement. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is all about getting excited about the possibilities that are available to you. It's getting fired up. It's growing something. It's expanding something. It's, enjoying an adventure. And I feel like some of you, now is the time to enjoy some type of adventure in life. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Swords. It's a card of separation. It's almost just like there's a cycle closing out. That's all I feel like is happening here. Some of you may be doing some emotional releasing, but I think you're separating from this idea of being attached to negativity in income and negativity in money, and instead you're embracing some type of new abundance. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.